Welcome to the OMG Show.
Hello and welcome to the OMG Show with me, Oscar Garcia. Today, we're going to be talking about how to clarify your offer. All right, I have a question from someone who's asking me that they're struggling identifying what exactly that it is that they're offering, how to position it. But it really comes down to just not understanding what they have to offer to the market. So whenever a question like this comes up, my first instinct is to look at, okay, well, what results have you been able to produce and who have you been able to help? Okay, so this is looking at your previous clients, customers, and figuring out exactly what they bought. Okay, so if you are a service business, right? So let's look at your clients. What specific offering did they purchase from you? Okay. If they're customers, what products are they buying most often? Are there any purchases? The customers that have spent the most with you, what products have they bought? Ideally, what we're trying to figure out first is identify, who's really buying your stuff, who's really enjoying your stuff. Now, if you're new to this process, right, and you don't really have many sales left, and you're trying to identify, with your offer, you really have to ask yourself, who can you actually help? If you had to guarantee results, okay, if you weren't going to be paying anything, but you knew that you were 100% able to produce results for this one person, what would that be? Okay, what would that person need to have? Right? What's the environment looking like? Okay. But in terms of clarity for your offer, if you're already generating sales, which I hope you are, first things first, so let's look at the data, right? And what you're trying to find is the common denominator between your entire, client customer profile. What is the common denominator or denominators? You might find multiple. Okay. So to kind of give you an example of what happened, for example, with me, because, again, it's hard to do brain surgery on yourself. So I was in a position with my business where, I have so much knowledge in terms of different aspects of marketing that I feel like I can help everyone. However, the issue with helping everyone is that, you're not really helping that one specific person that you can really, really help. Okay. Not only that, but then it just becomes confusing in terms of a marketing standpoint, in terms of how to position yourself to, help everyone. Right. So I decided to go ahead and reach out to someone. So I reached out to Allison Carpio. She has what's called a profitable avatar session. And with her, I was able to kind of get out of my own head and really understand, who I best serve. So, identified that, looking at my clients that I have worked with in the past and currently working with, that there is a common denominator. Most of them have, 20 to 30 years of experience in a certain field. They're getting ready to move on to another stage in their life, for a better example. Most of them, have an idea for a business and want to move into selling, one-off products. They really value their time. So they don't want to sell coaching services. They don't want to do consulting, anything like that. They want to sell their knowledge. Okay, in a sense, and they want to have security and stability. So most of the people that I work with end up going through the subscription-based model, moving towards that direction. And the only reason I was able to come to that conclusion was because of this profitable avatar session I did with Allison. So a little bit of a testimonial there for her. But it just goes to show that no matter where you are or how much that it's hard to do brain surgery on yourself. You have to, you might be too close to the problem. You need to take a step back and really look at things objectively to identify. And if, from that session that I did with Allison, if there's one thing I can tell you is that look at your customer profile, look at the history of the people that have interacted with you in your business, and truly identify, okay, like, well, why are they buying? What was their life before they came to you? Right? So pick up the phone, call them and say, hey, so-and-so, I realized that you purchased our product, back when, or you became a client, what was happening in your life before working with us? Okay. What did we specifically do for you? Right? How did we solve your problem? And what's your life like now? What was the result? That 3-question, process is going to give you profound clarity in terms of what it is that you're actually doing for others and how you can communicate it. Now, if you can reach out to your customers and like survey them and write down the responses, you have the exact copy you need to frame your offer. Okay. Because, one of the things that I see many times, and many copywriters will tell you this, is that, we write in a way that we feel people want to be talked to, not in the sense of how we want them to be talked to. So essentially, we talk with this mask on, with this filter on, when really people just want to connect. And the best way to connect most times is just to talk that we would talk to your best friend. Okay. Now, in terms of, again, clarity on your offer, a big portion of it is being able to communicate that. Okay. So we have to look at our current customer base, our history, what people have purchased, why they purchased, what results have they achieved. But ultimately, what we need to understand is what was their nightmare before working with us, and what is their heaven, after working with us. Okay. Because between these 2 points, that transformation, that's where your business truly lives. That's the transformation that your offer provides. And it's that transformation people are going to buy. It's that transformation you have to communicate effectively to your market. And the only way you can identify that transformation is by looking at the results you've already been able to produce, but more importantly, what those results actually mean. Okay. No one goes to Home Depot to buy a drill. They buy a drill to make a hole in the wall. But more importantly, why are they making that hole in the wall? Is it to put a fan in place? Is it to run cables through it? Is it to set up their big screen TV? What's the reason, right? There's many different things down the road, not just making a hole in the wall, but that hole in the wall provides a lot of opportunity. So, people came to your business, not because you had this product that you were selling. They bought it from you because of some reason, right? They wanted to go somewhere. They wanted a particular transformation. Right? Just like weight loss, right? This is an example I cover a lot, because there's profound transformation in weight loss in terms of not only how someone looks, but also their mentality, the way they approach different things. There's a lot of transformation that happens in the weight loss and the health and wellness industry, right? Same thing with life coaches, right? Someone comes to a life coach in a position where they're stressed out, their relationships aren't doing great, they're not happy, maybe they're a little depressed, and the life coach, through their business and what they're able to do, transform that person's mind, their life, into someone who's strong, who's confident, who's powerful, who's engaged, encouraged, and ready to move on. It's always a transformation. So when it comes to finding clarity in what you're doing, remember that you're providing a transformation. And the people that can best explain the transformation that you're providing are the people that you've given that transformation to. All right. So go out there, research, get on the phone with them, get on the phone with your customers, get on the phone with your clients, talk to them, have a conversation, ask them those 3 questions, and truly understand what the transformation is that you provided. Okay. And then from that transformation, you'll identify the exact offer, and you'll have the right words that you can use to communicate that offer. Okay. And that's what you want to do. And slowly but surely, you'll start getting a sense of clarity in terms of what it is that you actually offer. And if you always need help, there's plenty of professionals out there like Allison, like myself, who are willing to help you, again, not do brain surgery on yourself. Okay. Who can take a step back and take and look objectively at your business and help you come up, with that specificity that you're looking for in terms of what you provide and how others can benefit. All right. So hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to tune in tomorrow as we dive into some more interesting topics into your business. Thanks so much for listening, and see you all next time.